Ladies and gentlemen, the defenders of the untouchable oligarchs are at it again, clutching their pills because someone dared to mention the name Kudakwashe Tagwirei in the same sentence with corruption. According to jealous Mawarire's critics, unless there is a signed court judgment, a forensic audit blessed by angels and Mnangagwa himself admitting guilt on live television, then everything we see with our eyes, hear with our ears, and feel in our empty pockets is just innuendo. Convenient, isn't it? The same justice system captured by the very elites in question is now the benchmark of truth. Imagine asking for a fox to investigate who raided the chicken coop, then insisting the chickens must shut up because the fox filed no findings. Let's take this one apart. They say Mawarire has partisan bitterness because he once associated with NPF, Mugabe's ghost party. That's rich, as if ZANU-PF itself isn't the mother of factionalism. In fact, ZANU-PF was founded as a result of factionalism. Remember, it is a breakaway thing from ZAPU? So, at ZANU-PF, every meeting looks like an audition for survivor who wants to be the next dictator. Mugabe created NPF as revenge, yes, but the fact remains Mnangagwa and his so-called Vision 2030 are nothing more than a glossy slogan pasted over the same looting machinery that has kept Zimbabwe stuck in the mud since independence. If exposing how our treasury bills were converted into Tagwirei's piggy bank is bitterness, then maybe the entire nation is bitter. Because we all saw the debt spiral, the command agriculture fiasco, and the sudden mushrooming of Tagwirei-linked companies while hospitals were collapsing. And the argument that if he has evidence, he should go to ZACC. This is comedy gold. ZACC is like sending corruption complaints to a snake pit and hoping the serpents will handcuff themselves. This is the same ZACC that plays musical chairs with case files where politically correct thieves are cleared before investigations even begin, while opposition activists rot in jail for tweeting. Mawarire going to ZACC would be like taking a bribe complaint to the cashier who pocketed the money. Twitter and press conferences may not be the courts, but they are the only courts the public still trusts, because at least they don't redact the evidence with a ZANU-PF rubber stamp. Now, the funniest part, this defender of Tagwirei goes on to say there are no court rulings, no convictions, no formal investigations that name Tagwirei as a criminal. That's precisely the problem. The system is designed so that no court ever will. If you are part of a Mnangagwa's inner circle, the only court that matters is the court of public opinion. And on that one, the verdict is clear. Guilty of state capture, guilty of suffocating the economy, guilty of being the puppet master behind government's policy. You can call it speculative fiction if it makes you sleep better, but the billions lost in command agriculture are not fiction. The overnight emergence of Sakunda and the related firms is not fiction. And the way Tagwirei's name appears in every shadowy transaction is not fiction. This whole defense of Tagwirei is not about facts. It's about loyalty to the feeding trough. They know Mawarire is not inventing anything new. He is simply reminding Zimbabweans of the obvious, that we are ruled not by elected leaders but by a cartel of businessmen in dark suits who use the state like a personal ATM. If speaking the truth makes him fictional, then so be it. At least he's not fictional for silence, which is what the spin doctors are demanding. So here's the real question. Why are they so defensive if Mawarire is just writing compositions without headings? If the allegations are truly baseless, then why waste ink, bandwidth, and coordinated Twitter responses to dismiss them? Unless, of course, the hogwash is hitting a little too close to home. Zimbabweans don't need a forensic audit to see who is looting. They just need to look at their bank balances, their empty shelves, and the endless stream of fuel queues that Tagwirei somehow always profits from. That's the only evidence that matters, and no ZANU-PF press release can erase it. You might be asking, who is they that I'm talking about? I'm talking about the leaders of the Varakashi for ED that have been peddling lies, trying to defend the indefensible on Twitter. And to anyone parroting, bring back evidence to ZACC, let's rephrase it properly. Bring your evidence to the lion guarding the meat. Good luck with that. Until then, Mawarire's so-called tirade is just a mirror. If the government doesn't like what it sees, maybe it should fix its reflection instead of breaking the mirror. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to Zimwaves TV, where we say it as it is.
Mnangagwa maskimu wenyu wanyanya kuba mari kana mafungaje kuba upfumi wedu chekuntanga uronga sikimu takabirwa mari paskimu embuzi pambuzi baiva kwa nembuzi zinofura tikabirwa goride paskimu ye mugodi kwete ye goride che